Did it yesterday. We forecast a high of 90 degrees for the city of Houston. That verified about a week early. Typically, we don't see that first 90-degree reading until the first week of May. Now, we didn't break any records. The record yesterday was 93 degrees, so we were a few degrees shy from that. But we did break a record of how warm those morning temperatures were. The overnight low, the old record was 77 degrees, 78 yesterday at IH. And you can see the number above normal days when it comes to our morning lows, about 21 of them. It does look like that stretch of above normal temperature readings are going to continue to close out the month, but then we welcome the new month with some below normal temperatures as a cold front does blow through here sometime on Friday. Now that boundary is going to stall beginning tomorrow, and that's going to deliver a better chance of seeing some wet weather, showers and thunderstorms, and then eventually peaking on Friday. The flood risk does go up Wednesday and Thursday, a level 1 out of 4, but then we transition from that level 1 into a level 2 because we are going to be dealing with more widespread coverage. But in addition to that, some of the bands moving through on Friday are going to contain some higher rainfall totals. So in a short amount of time, you could be picking up 1-2+ inches of rain, especially in some of those thunderstorms that are slower moving. Now, we do have a storm threat coming our way on Wednesday as the cold front begins to make its descent into southeast Texas and then stalling somewhere in the vicinity of southeast Texas. So I'm going to walk you through it with Future Track now through Saturday. Now, for today, that cold front by noontime should be just on the border of Texas and Oklahoma. That's going to continue to slide southward. Does not reach our area until late tonight into tomorrow morning. Now, that band of rain and thunderstorms that form later on tonight may clip some of our far northern counties for an isolated strong thunderstorm. I don't think Houston gets in on some of that thunderstorm activity until later into the afternoon. So by noontime, we're going to be watching that storm complex. That's going to converge with the sea breeze and at times could see some other little boundaries forming out ahead of it. But within that line, you're going to notice there could be some strong winds. There could be some hail, but definitely some heavier bands of rain. And right now we're timing that out just in time for the closing bell. So between 3 to 5 p.m. So for that first half of the evening commute, and then by 6 o'clock, a lot of the heavy rain starts to get pushed further to the east. So just know that things are going to be a slow go tomorrow afternoon and evening hours. Overnight is when that front eventually stalls. Thursday morning, we'll be waking up to a few showers north and west of Houston, and that is going to continue to expand to the east. You'll notice Thursday, the coverage not quite as high, at least around the Houston area, but for now I'm going to keep that 40% chance of widely scattered showers and storms. Friday morning, that boundary is still along the coastline, so we'll get a little bit of a northeasterly breeze. Not a lot of action on Friday. That does transition. The intensity of those rains, the coverage of those rains expand and increase throughout the day on Friday, and we could see multiple waves of some of that rain moving through during the overnight hours by early Saturday morning. Those of you north of I-10, you're clearing out. Those of you along the coastline, you're still dealing with some wet weather. I've got you for a 30% chance, mainly in the morning, and then by the afternoon and evening, it is a dry sky. Notice that wind shift out of the north. That is going to be blowing. We've got a breezy day ahead on Saturday, along with some cooler temperatures. In fact, temperature readings on Saturday only warming into the low 70s after starting off the morning into the 50s. Now, you put it all together, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday's rains, and that's going to be stacking up between 1 to 3 inches, some lower amounts down along the coastline. All right, let's talk about your Tuesday forecast. Out the door this morning, it is warm, it is sticky. There's a little bit of a breeze. Inland areas between 5 to 10 mile per hour winds, a little bit stronger along the coastline. Right now, Galveston, you've got a 17 mile per hour breeze with those winds potentially gusting through the day between 20 to 25. And off to the races when it comes to those temperatures, 70s to start this afternoon, similar to yesterday. We'll jump into the low 90s. You factor in the humidity, and those feels like temperatures will be in the low 100s, right around 100 degrees in many locations. But we get a break. That break is going to come in the form of some wet weather and then eventually a drop in humidity that will be felt as early as Saturday morning, along with those temperatures. And we're going to keep this run of below normal temperatures at least through early next week. We slowly start to climb right around average on Tuesday, and then as we move forward, Wednesday, Thursday of next week, we've got not only a warm up, but also those rain chances return, ladies. Morning, our pattern turns stormier, more active Wednesday, Thursday, especially Friday, as a cold front. Combine that with a lot of moisture, a Pacific storm system that's going to be pushing more of that moisture in our direction, where we've got a pretty good chance of multiple waves of showers and thunderstorms moving into southeast Texas. The storm track today still stays to our north. A severe thunderstorm watch is in place this morning through the afternoon, right along the border of North Texas and Oklahoma. That's where we're going to be watching for the severe weather threat. Thankfully, those strong thunderstorms across the Tennessee Valley this morning are starting to weaken, and they're pushing off to the east. But this all along a boundary, and today's severe weather threat will remain over North Texas, portions of Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, all under the gun for more tornadoes, more damaging winds, along with some hail. Now, our far western counties out toward the hill country and some of our northern counties could get clipped by one of these strong thunderstorms later on this evening. But for us here around Houston and Galveston, that severe weather threat does go up during the afternoon, evening hours on Wednesday, as the boundary now looks like it's going to be pushing closer to our region. Now, that boundary today stays to our north. That will be the focus point of that heavy rain and the potential for those strong thunderstorms. Fast forward to Wednesday morning, and we've got a few spotty showers that will be tracking throughout the morning, but it's the afternoon with some daytime heat where models are picking up on a cluster of thunderstorms, and these models are hinting that that line is going to expand, and it's going to cover a lot of us along Interstate 10, and then perhaps even some of our coastal communities as we get closer towards 6, 7, 8 o'clock. So the time frame to watch for those storms to expand toward Houston is going to be between 3 to 5 p.m., and then some of that could linger 6, 7 o'clock or so, and then really start to wind down. By Thursday, I think we see less coverage. It's going to be more widely scattered in nature, especially north of Interstate 10. And then Friday is going to be the day where, depending on what grounds are already saturated, that is going to increase our probability of seeing some street flooding, especially north of Interstate 10, where we could be dealing with some heavier pockets of rain. So this is what Friday afternoon is showing. We could see waves of showers, some thunderstorms lingering through the evening. So if you've got any sort of afternoon activities, evening activities, be prepared for those outdoor activities to be disrupted by not just pockets of heavy rain, but the potential for some thunderstorms. Now, Saturday morning, a lot of that rain is going to be shifting southward and then be out of here during the afternoon and evening hours. Notice the wind coming in from the north. That is going to increase the wind speeds. We are in for a breezy day on Saturday, along with a drop in humidity and also some cooler readings. So between tomorrow through Friday, this is how much rain we could pick up. Most areas between 1 to 3 inches. The highest accumulations will be Houston northward. The flood risk Wednesday, Thursday elevated to a level 1. But as I mentioned, the potential for some street flooding on Friday may be increasing, at least a level 2 right now out of 4 when it comes to the street flooding concerns. The ingredients may look favorable for areas north of I-10. Out the door, no major issues today, just a lot of complaints about how warm and sticky it is. This time of year, the humidity level should not give us heat index values close to 99 or 100. That's more July, August type heat index values, but that's where we're headed later on today. Those temperature readings topping out into the low 90s, a few degrees shy from the record. Our record today is going to be safe, but still 91, that could place heat index values close to 100. We've got a break on the way, though. That cold front moves through, and we've got a drop in humidity over the weekend. And as I alluded to, drier conditions, sunshine returns, but also some cooler weather. By Saturday morning, we're dropping temperatures in the upper 50s, even cooler Monday morning as temperatures gradually start to warm, and then the humidity slowly starts to build by the middle part of next week, ladies.
Looks good. Sounds good. Thanks, Elita. It's time to